We're going to make probably the easiest frosting or cooked frosting that I've ever made. This particular frosting comes out so light and so delicate, like whipped cream. It just tastes delicious on cakes and cupcakes or whatever that you want to put it on. It really comes out to be almost like a vanilla light buttercream. So I'm going to start by putting my pan on high, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 cup of milk into my pan, or pot I should say. You're going to need a whisk for this, and this is the next step that you're probably going to think there's no way that this frosting is going to taste good, let alone does it make sense. You're going to put 5 tablespoons of all-purpose flour into the milk. And with the whisk, you're just going to combine the milk and the flour together till it's all combined. And what you want to do on anywhere from medium to medium high on your stove, you want it to come to the consistency to like brownie, raw brownie, cake mix. You don't want it to be even as thin as cake mix, but a brownie. That's the thickness that you want. And it probably will take you maybe 3 to 4, even 5 minutes to do that, to get this to thicken up. You're not waiting for it to boil or anything like that, just so that it comes out like a brownie mix batter is what you're looking for. But you do want to keep moving it along with a whisk till you get the thickness that you want. Now I have my little countertop here on high because I do want to be able to move this along for the video, and it's already heating up quite nicely for me, and it is starting to thicken a bit, but I'm going to keep it on high. Now while that's thickening, you are going to need actually a cup of butter. And you can leave it at room temperature, or you can slightly soften it in the microwave if you want. And you're also going to be needing a cup of granulated sugar for this recipe, and you will need a teaspoon of vanilla. Now what you're going to do is, once this becomes thick, you're going to set it aside, or put the pot on in some ice water or that type of thing, and you want it to completely cool down. Now you can start to see how nice and thick that it's becoming. It's still a little too thin yet. Again, we want that thickness of like a brownie batter, and we're getting there very close. Now once it has its thickness, if I'm in a hurry, I like to put it in some cool water just to cool it down. Now once this does cool down, and here we go, that's the thickness that you're looking for, right about there. Then take it off your heat and let this cool down till it becomes very cool. You don't even want it warm. Then at that time, when it cools down, you're going to put your teaspoon of vanilla in, and you're going to whisk that in. So that part will be done. Now I'm going to set this aside for it to cool into my sink. And a little bit of water. Now what you're going to do is, in fact, to hurry this along, I'm going to actually put this mixture into another pot that is cool due to the video, and get this all out of here, and I'll be able to cool it down much faster that way. So I want to take it out of this heated pot, and I'm going to just put it in another pot to cool it down into the sink. Okay, now while that's cooling, I'm going to put this little cooking unit out of my way. You're going to need a medium or a large size bowl, and this is where you're going to put that butter into your bowl. So that was a cup of butter. It's kind of nice. While I'm working on this, you are able to let that other mixture cool down. And what you're going to do is, on high, just start to cream your butter together, and you're going to add your cup of granulated sugar to that. And I'll just put a little at a time. On medium, high. Now with this, you do want to continue to beat it till the sugar doesn't feel gritty anymore, where you don't feel that grit of the granulated sugar. So that was a cup that went in. And depending on your speed, if you use your hand mixer or your stand, you know, it'll probably take you maybe 2 or 3 minutes, that type of thing. But you just want to beat it till the grit is gone. But you can see how nice this is coming together, the butter and the sugar on high speed. It's really creaming it together. And you usually can tell if it has that grit just on either your spatula or even by touch. You'll be able to feel. If you feel the grit, that you just want to go in and then beat it till it is gone. So I'm just going to do that for a few more seconds till all that grittiness is gone. And then I'll check it again, just to see if it is. Already you can see how very light and fluffy this has become. And it feels good. The grit is, I can't feel that sugar. Now I'm just going to put in my, not my vanilla, I almost caught myself. I'm going to go to that cooled mixture that I put in my pot so I could put it under cold water in my sink. There it is. And I'm going to now add the teaspoon of vanilla. And just mix that in really well with your spatula or with your whisk till all the vanilla is come together with that flour and milk. The next step is going to be is that you're going to take this mixture and put it into your bowl. And this is why we don't want it to be hot, because we don't want that butter to melt and break down. Now this is the part where you've got to be patient, because you really have to keep beating this mixture together till it becomes very light and very creamy, just like whipped cream. So on high speed, that's what I'm going to do, is to bring these two together. If it starts to separate, that just means that you need to continue to beat it longer. This is one case you don't have to worry too much that you're overbeating on a recipe. I just want to clean the sides of my bowl and get to that bottom also. The more time that you put into the beating, the better this frosting is going to come out. Now this is going to cover about 12 cupcakes for a 1/8 inch round cake. I'll show you what I have so far and what it looks like just within the short time that I've been beating this. You can already see how light and delicate, yet it does need more time. I have some made to show you of how it actually will look. I just put some plastic wrap over it and kept it in my refrigerator. And this is the amount that you'll be getting for the frosting. And it's extremely very light and very delicate. And I'm just going to put a little bit on my cake to show you how light, just like whipped cream. Try this recipe. It sounds a bit odd with the flour and the milk, but it will taste just delicious on your cakes or your cupcakes. Keep it refrigerated, of course, once that you have it on your cake though. And it will taste best to eat it the day that you make it. So just very quickly, just to show you the consistency and how light and delicious this frosting will come out on your favorite cake or your cupcakes. I hope you like this recipe. If you do, leave a comment. I'd like to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.